Downstream occlusions on your Nimbus pump. What does a downstream occlusion message on the display screen mean? This means the pump senses resistance somewhere in the pump tubing or patient's catheter that's blocking the flow of medication. What happens when a downstream occlusion is encountered? Your Nimbus Pain pump has a 15-minute silent alert period built into the program that will display the downstream occlusion message and flash a red LED light to tell you it has encountered resistance. When you see this message but do not hear an audible alarm, the pump is watching and waiting to see if it can resolve the block on its own. Why does that happen? Many times, a downstream occlusion is positional and can be caused by a patient laying on the tubing or by crossing their legs while watching TV, creating a kink in the line. If they change their position and straighten the line during the 15-minute silent alert period, the pump will automatically resume the infusion when it notices the resistance is gone. This allows time for a sleeping patient to reposition themselves without being awakened by the alarm, so they can rest more peacefully. Other times, there might actually be a bend in the catheter under the dressing or beneath the skin that's causing resistance. When the pump senses the line pressure climb, it will stop pumping, display the downstream occlusion message, and flash the red LED light while it holds the pressure in the line pushing against the blockage. If you see the red LED light turn green and the downstream occlusion message disappear from the screen, it means the pump was able to push medication through the point of resistance and automatically resume the infusion. It's possible you might see this happen when the pump is delivering a bolus, where it is infusing a higher dose of medication as rapidly as possible, causing a slight pressure buildup. Allow time for the medication to be absorbed. You do not need to take any action as long as the pump is not sounding an audible alert. Even if you see the pump stop and restart more than once, if you see the LED light turn back to green, it's a sign the pump is able to work through the situation on its own. If the pump does start beeping, then it has been stopped longer than 15 minutes and it needs help to overcome the blockage. How do you fix a downstream occlusion? First, look for any kinks or twists in the tubing from the pump to the catheter dressing and straighten them out. Second, check to be sure that the blue slide clamp slides freely up and down the tubing. Third, look for any kinks or tight bends in the catheter that you can see beneath the clear tape. If a kink is visible, you can attempt to straighten it while being careful not to remove any of the tape or disturbing the dressing. When the blockage is found and resolved, the pump will resume on its own. No button presses are necessary. If these steps do not resolve your downstream occlusion alert, please call the 24/7 clinician and patient support line for further assistance.